Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty. Should be streaming. Hold on. Okay, public broadcast now. Cool. Just working on my Vivi, powered GPT powered Vivi assistant, and I'm just gonna be streaming it. I just got off of work, so time to start working on it and fixing some things up. So, plan is to, oh shoot, not here. Plan is to get rid of this inside of my Python scripts to initialize inside of the Python scripts that are initializing the assistant. So, just gonna figure out how to do that and doing some cleaning up. That's about it. Should be a fairly short stream if I can figure this out soon. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is just jump into ChatGPT, and we're just gonna go ahead and use ChatGPT to help us out here. So that's how we do it in this house. All right. You are an expert. You are a senior level software developer with over 20 years of experience in Python. I need you to help me move this out of my script so that it doesn't take up space. It is really only needed when I build the script. Otherwise, it's not needed. Where can I move it to so that I can just run a batch file to install the Python script? I actually have a couple of ideas on how I might go about doing this, but we're gonna see what ChatGPT says first. Here is my code. And here is the part that I want to remove, or I want to move somewhere else. This one. Okay. Okay, we're gonna need a module. Okay, I kind of figured, but hold on. Remove the code block you want and replace it with the following line. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Hop on into here. Go ahead and create a new text file. And copy paste. Looks about right. Let's see, make sure it didn't change anything. Yep, that looks right. Did not change anything. Okay, cool. Else return script. Else. Nice. Okay, cool. That's perfect. So let's go ahead and save this. We're going to save this as. I should really put it inside of like a utils folder. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. You guys can't see it, but I'm going to add a utils folder. Then I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna click get user input. But you can see it here now. You got a utils folder, get user input, and then I think I can just take this out, and then we're gonna go ahead and call get user input. Probably gotta do script dir equals get user input. From utils import get user input. There, let me rename this actually. We're gonna call this what should I call it? Get input. No. Get input. Get input. Yeah, I just do get input. Okay, delete or exit get input. Okay, from utils. Is this how I do it? I think so. Or I might need to do get input, get user input. There we go. That's correct there. Okay, so in this case I don't need sys here anymore. That can go away. And I think this is actually it right here. Let's run it as Python. No module named utils.get input. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT again. My issue. Alright. Okay. I put it into a separate module, but instead of storing it in the same directory, I actually want to store it in a directory called utils. How would I import it into my main Python script? This is the error. This is the error I am getting. Called get input .py. Okay, created the utils already. Move to get input, okay. To the Python path. I do it without this. Custom modules to the Python path is what I'm gonna do. Multiple directories. Python. How if you really don't want to modify that. Okay, maybe I don't need to put it in another folder. Because I just don't want to add additional stuff to here. So let's go ahead and move it out of that. And we're just going to put it inside of a folder, a module called utils. So let's go ahead and What do I feel like I can do this? Like, what the heck? I forgot. There was some other way to do it. Yeah, while I figure that out, let's just go ahead and actually move this. I'm gonna name this utils. Utils. Okay. Okay, user. Let's start. Oh, you guys can't see anything. Oops, sorry. Okay. Let's see. Scriptdir. Code Vivi assistance. Okay, cool. Alright, sweet. Looks like it's working correctly. I don't know why it's doing little squigglies. I probably have to close out of this and then go back in. It's a weird little VS Code thing. System.py. User input is not. Okay, well, I could do the star, or I could explicitly do it there. Oh well. Okay, ChatGPT assistant. Okay. Cool, this should make it pretty easy. Okay, scriptdir, get user input. I just need to pass a folder name. I feel like I could add this into a utils as well. Into the utils. Set up dirs. Take a folder name, personality, and then keys. So I could pass it in one parameter. Okay, yeah, this is what I'll do. I'll do one parameter. I'll do a, what are we gonna call it? I guess since it's name, we're gonna just do a name string equals, and then we're gonna default it as keys.txt since. Yeah, okay, perfect. Scriptdir. We'll go ahead and pass that over. Yeah. Okay. And all of these are. I don't know, these are all different. I'll just leave it inside of there. These are all different. I'm just trying to make it easier to set up in case you want to do it. In case you want to make, like, you just want to make one real quick without having to do all of this additional stuff. Folder dir, personality dir, keys dir. Here, let's ask ChatGPT. I want to I have a Python file called utils.py and I want to add the directory creation. Directory creation to a function inside of it that can remove these 3 lines from my original Python script. Oh. Okay, wait. Yeah. Well, I totally, I don't know why I was blanking on that one. That one's an easy one. Okay. Folder name, personality keys, folder name, personality keys. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, and then you just pass it in as a single line so that they all get the correct thing. Okay, cool. Get file, and then let's just make this a star. It should work. Let's run it, initiate. Okay, cool, it's working. But I don't know why it has squigglies. Why when I do from utils import squiggly, oops, I get yellow squigglies. My functions, but they still work. Is this just a graphical user interface bug? Let's think. Which variables functions actually used? Not defined pilots. Huh. Well, I guess since we only have 2, I will specify it. You know, that might just make it easier to read. Get file paths. That might just make it easier to read, I guess, in the long run. And now I can remove this OS from here, so now I have to just do some from imports. Okay, well, yeah, here's how I did I did package.gpt assistant. This is what I was thinking. It's because I have it made as a class. Okay. Yeah, my GPT assistant's a class, and those are functions. Maybe that's why. Okay, but now this should work just as is. Folder name, personality keys. Let me make sure it returns back that same way. I can delete this actually. Delete, don't need that. Alright, voice name, use 11 labs. Okay, cool. Returns folder, personality keys. Returns folder, personality keys. Yup, nice. Alright, so all these other things can stay the same, and I think this is going to work just fine. Okay, cool. Perfect. So figure that one out. Move those over to another folder. The other thing that I need to do is, I forgot to uncover ChatGPT again. The other thing I need to do is do all of my pip installs into a requirements.txt, and I'm pretty sure I can just take all of the pip installs that are in my directory or that are needed for my Vivi assistant and just throw them into a requirements folder. So let me let me go ahead and these are all of them. So all I have to do, I think, is just, oops. Call this like requirements. Requirements.txt. Okay, so yeah. Here is requirements.txt. This one is actually going to be not in assistance. This one's going to be outside of assistance. Yes. Okay. Close that out. Cool. Let me go ahead and save this. And let's go ahead and let's just test this out. See if this works. VNV. Shoot. What is it? Python. VNV. VNV scripts activate. Alright, cool. So let's just go ahead, pip install requirements. Invalid. It looks like a path. The path doesn't exist. The argument provided. So requirements file. If that is the case, use the R flag to install packages specified within it. Is it? Okay. Looks like that is it. Cool. Alright. There is requirements. So requirements is done. Right. Alright. Let's get out of this. Deactivate. Now let's delete this virtual environment. Don't need that anymore. Delete. Move to the recycle bin. Okay, requirements. Cool. So let me go ahead and change my readme. The following libraries are required. And I can delete pip install in this case, I think. Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. The following libraries to install all of these. You can use the requirements.txt file in the repo to do this. The command is pip install r requirements.txt. Okay, that is updated now. To install all of these, you can use requirements.txt in the repo. This command is okay. Perfect. Open the I key. Let me make sure this is all relevant. Additionally, if you don't need a bajillion tutorials, a bajillion tutorials, and I just made one. So let me go ahead and update that with what I made. If you don't have Python installed on your computer, don't have Python and Git installed on your computer, check out this tutorial I made here. I guess I should say check out this 5-minute tutorial I made here, YouTube. once you've done the previous stuff, alright, this is now different a little bit. I think I'm going to yeah, I think I'm going to use assistants. Huh, I could actually... I can make this even smaller, actually. I can add all of these things. Only variables. No, I guess I'll leave those. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it super easy to where like somebody who doesn't know any code could just like, you know, slap this in here. I guess I would have to change this up a little bit. Maybe make a graphical user interface. Cause yeah, you know, if people are doing Python code, they're gonna be, you know, I guess slightly programmers anyways. So yeah, let's yeah. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Huh, I just realized my I have background music and it's not playing in the stream. What in the world is going on here? Let me remove it. Interesting. Yeah, it shows that the audio is in here. But I guess I'll just change it to my guess I'll just change it to my hub audio so that that plays instead. And that may make it easier as well for you guys to hear the assistant. Audio output capture. Hub. Okay, yeah, now the music is playing. Alright, sweet. I actually also don't know how laggy the stream has been, so holy moly. My stream is way behind. Awesome, thank you for the comment, Victilis. Oh, not as loud. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, let me bring it down. Yeah, no, I personally want to make it as easy as possible, literally for anyone to just make their own assistant. You know, that's kind of the theme behind Vivi. So, by right now, what I'm trying to do is just really simplify the Python script. But I'm thinking, you know, most people that are going to be using it just kind of want to download something and, you know, use it. So, what I'll do is make what I'll do is make like an exe and then have it be accessible that way. I think that'll be better. Okay, so yeah, I won't move all of these things over, but I will comment it. So for this, initialize the chat assistant assistant. Initialize the chat assistant with the variables that you set. I mean, I guess this is actually pretty, this should be pretty modifiable for anyone who doesn't know Python too well. So, you know, you just have to follow along, pretty precise. ChatGPT assistant. Yeah, okay. Initialize the chat assistant with the variables that you set. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I want to do. I did it with my YouTube transcriber-ish, kind of. And what I want to do is do the same with Vivi. Yeah, there'll be room for both people who want to tinker with it and both who just want to run the exe. Both sides are very valid. Let's see. Okay, cool. So I have finished editing these things. So now I need to edit these other Python assistants. Man, I feel like there's an easier way for me to do this. Let me put this to the side. I feel like there's an easier way for me to have all these Python assistants. Maybe not. Because I feel like every time I make an adjustment, I have to adjust all of the Python assistants. Yeah, the more Python assistants I have in here, the more work that I have to do. For the most part, everything, the 11 Labs voices would have to be made from scratch because those are 11 Labs. But all of that stuff's that stuff is actually pretty simple. I'll be coming out with some tutorials for those as well. Because there are some tools that I have that I've found that allows you to, you know, cut out background music or background sound from like voices, and that allows you to more accurately transcribe voices. All right, we're just gonna jump into this and do all of the modification. Interview. Oh shoot, I forgot there's also a syschange directory. I guess I gotta change my utils to do that as well too. Shoot. Okay. Dang. Syschange. No, yeah, I agree. 11 Labs is quite pricey. $5 for 40,000 characters, not even words. But, you know, AI is taking kind of like this exponential curve upwards, so everything is gonna, you know, as supply goes up, what is it? Yeah, as supply goes up, prices get cheaper. Or as prices go up, As supply goes up and demand lowers, prices should get cheaper, stuff like that. Good old supply and demand. Okay, so sys change dir. I feel like there's a better way to do this. And I know that it's got to do something with like keyword args and args, so let's just go ahead and jump into ChatGPT and talk to it. I want to pass additional arguments to this function here in case here, but all of the here, but the parameters won't always be used. Let's see, say for example, one Python script uses 3 parameters called use 3 parameters and returns but another uses 4 parameters uses 4 parameters sys what I call it, sys change dir. Okay, I want to pass additional arguments to this function here, but the parameters won't always be used. Say for example, one Python script uses 3 parameters, but another uses, and I want it to return sys change dir. Actually, no, this is wrong. What do I pass it? System change. That's what I do. How would I do this? Right, to the YouTube comments, I saw something. Let's see. How, binge the videos, thank you very much. And how is latency for the chatbot? The latency is actually pretty quick. So the biggest part of it is the voice generation. But the actual conversation part of it's pretty dang quick. I can give you a quick demonstration. Because all it has to do is shoot up to the cloud. GPT runs blazingly fast because they've got lots of compute power over there, and then it just sends it back as a text file. The voice is what takes the longest as generation goes. So let me just go ahead and finish this thought up here, and then I'll show you how that works, or how quick it is latency wise. How would I do this? Okay, get file, blah blah blah, system change. That was I kind of thought. But how would this work now if I have 4 different Python scripts that pass it additional parameters? maybe I'm doing this wrong. It's wrong, but I wouldn't want to have 4 different returns or elif statements. Okay, that's kind of what I thought there. Keyword args. Hey, multiple scripts I use. Okay. Folder name. To accept a dictionary of keyword arguments instead of separate positional arguments, we're assuming that the folder name and personality arguments will always be provided. Okay, and we're checking if the system argument is present in the Here's an example uses for a script that uses 4 arguments. Okay, but if system change in keyword args. Okay, I feel it's not that. Now we're gonna do the first implementation of it. If it changes in the future, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. For the meantime, we'll go ahead and run through with this. Scripter string or none. Okay. Save. And then folder name, personality, syschange. Call this syschange-dir. And then we're going to pass it system change. Okay. Like if these were gone, I would be able to see it a little bit better. What did I modify? Oh yeah, let's go ahead. Save. I can still see that fine, but let's just do this just for my sake. Okay, and then we're gonna call scripter folder. I gotta open it back up. So yeah, I'm kind of in my own thoughts. Right now I have 2 different scripts that I'm running. Basically, I'm just trying to pass. I've got another. I've got another function. Oops. I've got another function that I have here that I want to pass different amounts of arguments into, and basically what I just don't want to have are a bunch of like if statements. So I don't want to have like an if something, do this, and then another one, and then another one, and another one, if I need to pass multiple different arguments. So I'm just kind of thinking for the future. But I'm just going to go ahead and just do it this way, which is going to return the appropriate file paths if specified, if needed. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do here. I actually already have this one here, so I need to pass it a descriptor, folder name. Folder name, personality. Yeah, and then a system change. Okay, so that should do it. And it also passes in the keys. Okay, cool. I think that is everything that I need. Basically, the gist of what I'm doing right now is just reorganizing and trying to make things a little bit prettier to read. That's the biggest overview of what I'm trying to do right now. The problem with code is that it just gets a little bit messy. A little bit messy is an understatement. And so the easier you can make it to read for other programmers to follow, and just for me in the future, the better. Because there's absolutely no way I'm going to remember everything that I'm doing in here. So I believe that should be it.
Hello, my name is Emily and
Okay, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead. Let me just go ahead and jump over to one of my Python scripts, and I'll show you how it works. Let's see. Which one? There's actually one. There's one that I like to use best. Benevolent Sister. Okay. We'll go ahead and run it with Assistant P. This one has persistent memory, so that's why I have it P. And yeah, we'll go ahead and run through this one. So let me just go ahead and run the code. Hey there.
I'm listening.
What's up? What have you been doing today? Give me a detailed description of your day so far. Sorry, yeah, I'm just going through the bot right now, or the voice assistant. So you can see listening, no longer listening. And so this is the longest part. Getting the upload and OpenAI, getting it back, and then doing the transcription of it. That usually takes the longest part of it. And now this is actually taking a little bit longer than I am used to. Usually it doesn't take this long. So either it's producing an entire 5-page paragraph on what it's been doing today, or it's stalled out somewhere. Oh, nice. Now, yeah,
I'm just a computer program, so I don't have a day in the traditional sense. I'm always here and ready to assist you with any questions or tasks you have. Is there something specific you need help with?
Can you describe to me what Laplace transforms are? Okay, so the issue with that one actually was the whisper audio. That took the longest in this case.
Certainly. Laplace transform is a mathematical technique that is used to transform a function of time, usually referred to...
Okay, and we probably don't want to listen to that, so... yeah, like what I was saying earlier, code... When you're looking at somebody's code, I get confused super easily. Because it's completely foreign, so kind of just have to read through it a little bit. So I've got a working map of it in my brain, so that's kind of helps me out a little bit with it. But the little quick demonstration here. What ended up happening, why the first part took so long, was because I am actually using the Whisper API as well to transcribe things, and Whisper is OpenAI's text to speech to text tool. And why it took so long, I'm not sure, but maybe because the audio file that was being uploaded was a little bit slow. It could be because I'm streaming as well, so part of my upload speed is being taken by the stream. I did opt into GPT-4. Freaking OpenAI, they haven't given me nothing. So I'm waiting until they give me access to GPT-4, so that I can test it out and incorporate it into this voice assistant, because it is leagues above the current GPT 3.5. Like, it's way higher. It's much better. It's much smarter. I've played around with it, and I honestly don't use it. I have access to it because I have GPT Plus, but you know, the fact that there's only 25 messages per 3 hours, it's not the best, but it's also not too bad. I just kind of don't use it as often as I should, but it's really good. Yeah, and it's weird. Yeah, I see people that get access to GPT-4 and they're just playing around with it, and I'm like, oh, I need access to GPT-4 because I'm trying to build stuff. So I'm like, man, that sucks. Some people get access to GPT-4 and, you know, they're just using it to ask a question for something real quick. Man, that really sucks. I might have to contribute something to OpenAI to get ahead on the wait list. That's what I was thinking. Like, I was like, maybe I need to create an eval so that I can upload to OpenAI and they'll give me access. And I was thinking, I do have an idea for an eval, and that is basically, you know, what's weird is an article came out called Reflection that basically says GPT-4 can improve upon itself, and I've been doing that, so I was like, shoot, well, maybe I should do something on that. Oh yeah, no, 100 to 50 to 25. I was like, oh man. This is like the first day I probably hit like 70 to 80 prompts in like 4 hours. And in that times period, I was like, man, this is way better than 3.5. But man, I saw it go down to 50 and then 25. And at 25, I am very tactical with it. Like, I never reached the limit anymore because, you know, I'm pretty tactical with it. But I wouldn't even call it tactical. I guess I would just call it frugal. Is I'll ask something in... I'll create the base in 3.5, and then I'll jump over into ChatGPT 4 to make it better, or to enhance whatever I made in 3.5. It's much quicker that way. And 3.5 also reiterates on its own code much quicker. It's just way faster. But shoot, where am I? I love talking. Oh yeah, I agree. 4 is a little bit slow, so that's why I like to do stuff in 3.5 and then jump over to 4 if 3.5 isn't solving my problem. And usually 4 ends up solving my problem. I've found out that it's actually much better at getting things correct on the first shot than 3.5, which is pretty cool. That's a huge improvement. Way better. Yeah, way better than 3.5. And that's why everyone wants to use it. Supply and demand right there. As well, you know, it costs additional money, so that's another reason why I'm not... I probably wouldn't use it as much, right? this. This one requires 3. Save roleplay. 1 up. Yeah, I guess I should actually do this. No, exactly, yeah. To ask it to continue kind of sucks, because then you're like, okay, it might not even continue correctly. GPT-4 actually does much better to continue correctly than 3.5, but still, you know, it's a waste of a prompt or a question. I was like, I wish, you know, I wish it could just roll over to the next 3 hours. Like, if I didn't use it for 3 hours, the next hour, the next 3 hours, I should get like 50. Cause yeah, you know, I'm paying for this. Roleplay. Oh, I think I did all my assistants. Assistant, regular assistant, assistant P, interview, 1 up, roleplay. I did them all. Okay, let me describe what this one is. This is the persistent variation of assistant. So it will remember what you talked about earlier in the chat. Yeah, legit. No, that's, you end up asking it like, okay, fix your code, and that 25 limit is dwindling as you're making the revisions. Yeah, the self-reflection discovery, yeah, you know, it's weird to me, because that's not like news, that's not novel news to me, because I've been playing around with it to execute and, you know, correct its own code. So I was like, man, I saw this come out and I was like, man, these YouTube videos are getting so many views on it. I was like, geez, maybe I gotta get better at writing academic papers. Because yeah, none of the stuff that I'm doing right now, I am collecting data or analyzing it in terms of you know, what would be needed for academia. So I was like, maybe I gotta get better at that again. Voice assistant. I mean, actually, I have a description of it here. I really don't need it. Chat with an AI assistant. One up. Oh, yeah, this one just uses assistant. Whew. Damn. Hold on, I gotta check some cameras. I just heard an explosion in my backyard. Made me jump. Right back. Damn, yeah. I can't see it on my cameras, but yeah, that was loud as heck. The fact that you could hear it and my microphone is specific towards facing this way, that it was loud. I got shook. Man, I don't feel like walking outside to go check it out. That's crazy. When I mentioned evals, I was mentioning the OpenAI released their evaluations sheet, or their evaluations, what would you call it, like their benchmark or whatever, to further AI like research and whatnot. I haven't taken a look at reading it specifically, but I believe it's kind of just like furthering the certain like research on a certain topic or something like that. I can actually just pull it up. OpenAI evals. Yeah, it's basically just to measure the quality the quality of prompt completions given by OpenAI models. I believe that's what they want it for. So you're basically helping them analyze their model, and if you create high enough analysis, they reward you with GPT access. Something like that. Something like that. But let me see. What else did I want to do to the assistant? Some GPTs. Expand. I continue to find iterate the faster way to try the assistance. Assistance. Zip down. So zip set your API key. Role play so you can modify the prompts. How the chat assistant currently works. And there are others. Yeah, it's kind of their way of, rewarding people who help them out, type of deal. Oh yeah, I've heard that too. Are they? Is my question, or my question is like, yeah, they could be training GPT-5, but they just released GPT-4. However, it would make sense that they're working on GPT-5 already. If they finished GPT-4, I believe it was like last August or last September or something like that. That would kind of fall in line with it. But there are a lot more people out there that have more, accurate I guess, history-backed predictions of when GPT-5 will be released. Yeah, that's one that I heard. December. I heard December. I heard next year. I heard next year spring. They could be done finishing it by December, or training it by December, but that means, you know, they'll be done training it by December, but that still leaves them probably like 6 months to work on it before they release it. We just take how many months have passed since September. It's 6 or so months. So 2024 August, well, 2024 summer is gonna be the rise of Skynet. Oh man. Run Python script, start listening, and if you don't have Python, once you've done the previous stuff. Alright, that's what I need to adjust. Once you've done the previous stuff. Let me change this here. I know, honestly, I was trying to keep up with all of the AI news, but man, it's a ton to keep up with. Like, there's like breaking news like every week, it seems. So, you know, I watch a couple of channels that kind of go over it. I think a couple that have blown up very recently. One is called AI Explained. Another guy, he does like AI tools. His name is Matt Wolf. I watch another guy named David Shapiro, and then there's some other, you know, AI people that I'll watch like maybe once or a couple times a week, because I'm like, man, I'd have to be spending a ton of time doing that. And in February, that is all I was doing. February, January, all I was doing was consuming AI content and learning Python. And now I'm like, okay, I can't keep up with all the stuff. Work on my own side projects and learn Japanese at the same time. So a little bit of work-life balance. Go ahead and do the folder. You set the folder name. You set the folder name of where you want to store the conversation at, in the conversations folder. Yeah, the ramp up is crazy. I think I saw a video. I haven't watched it. Matt Wolf just created a video game or something like that with GPT-4. I think that would be it, right? Man, I had a similar thought like a couple weeks back. I was like, I wonder if I can make a platformer or some type of video game with without any knowledge of how to design a video game with ChatGPT, and that's currently on Park right now, but definitely want to do that in the future. That sounds kind of fun. I think I think GPT technology is going to revolutionize video games. I think it's gonna be pretty dope once it's cheap enough to incorporate into like Skyrim or something. You set the folder name of where you want to store the conversation at. You set the folder name of where the conversations will be stored. This goes. This will be in the conversations folder. Running the content in the text file. What this does is prime the sets the personality of the bot. All of the prompts must go in the prompts folder, and I have some examples in there already. Ah, that in that case, if he only used if you create a side scroller only using GPT, no modifications, none of that, that means that you can create a Python script that can create a platformer or its own video game. That would be interesting. I honestly think that's kind of where it will go, or where that's when it gets kind of spooky with the technology of ChatGPT, is when you start allowing it to create things and then analyze the things it creates and iterate over the things it creates, makes things better, and you can incorporate it into a workflow. Yeah, that would be both the greatest tool and the biggest curse. Dang. Honestly, I use Midjourney. Midjourney is fantastic. So that's honestly what I was gonna do, is just use Midjourney for it. Like, I think it's leading. It is like the best in the market. The stuff it produces is ridiculously realistic, and it's crazy. I did not imagine last year that we'd be seeing AI generation this accurate or this real. Using what natural voice generator, change voice name to whatever voice. Okay, then 4, then 5. Use BL to true. Use whisper instead of Google voice recognition. Change. Use whisper to see the other stuff below these 5 variables. The 5 variables you can modify. The other text below the 5 variables are functions objects and function are objects and function calls to other parts. Our object and function calls to set up the voice assistant. 2024. Chat waifu. Hey, all power to it. Honestly, this Vivi assistant can be used as, a quote-unquote waifu. That is one thing that I had in mind as well. That'd be very interesting. Hey, what's up, Lion? Welcome. It is 2:52 here. I should be going to sleep soon, but finishing up or just editing Vivi, my voice assistant, to make things readable and stuff like that. More readable. Really? What is it called? Chat waifu? Let me search this. Let me search this up. Chat waifu GitHub. Oy. Anki, huh? I've got a little bit of Japanese to finish up for the night, and I'll be done. Jeez, 5:52? Man, Lion, you wake up real early. What the heck? Thing is it. Actually, you can't see it. Let's see. Chat waifu. Combine GPT with text-to-speech, create chatting waifu. I can't read Chinese.
Main.
Shit. Where the heck is my Google Translate? Alright, let's go back to Google. Hey, odd take, but if I haven't gone to sleep yet, it's still night. You bet. It's nighttime. I could probably find it on YouTube. I'll have to go search it up. Chat waifu. Interesting. I would love to add a... I would like to add a virtual, a virtual assistant would be cool. But I think the way that the project that I want to build into it is going to be a... I guess I want to do an embodied assistant instead. Because of robotics. My major was like robotics and whatnot. Dang! Never go to sleep, it's always nighttime. Man, I think we just broke time. I mean, time is relative. That's what everyone always says. Time is relative. And you never get time back. And why the heck can I... I'm on the chat waifu and I cannot transcribe the page. Oh, there's an English one. Nice. Alright, chat waifu, come back. Edit transform 0. Alrighty, here we are. English. functioning, talking with ChatGPT, converting AI response to web, multi-character voice generation, voice recognition, Marai robot, and then connect to live 2D. What in the world? Live 2D, what is this? Mirai future. Beady beady. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at this. This looks interesting. Waifu GPT. Virtual and embodiment. Yeah, we'll do that. we'll get a virtual environment sometime. I was like, I wish I had a little bit more time, because time seems to be the limiting factor right now. A virtual assistant. Virtual assistant. Well, let me add my cropping back to GPT. All right, Lion. Good luck. Wish you the best. See you later. See you around. Yeah, well, Factula, so I'll get back to you on that one. We'll see how this plays out. We'll have to see how this plays out. Hey, I don't sell stuff, but you know, I'm always up for financial support. The more free stuff I can get out to the community, I think is a little bit more fun. I get to see all the crazy stuff that people do with it. If you want to use Whisper instead of Google Voice Recognition, change Whisper to True. Voice Assistant. Add a text below the 5 variables or objects and function calls this. The other thing that I want to do, other than virtual embodiment, I think before, maybe I'll do virtual before it, but I've been playing around with like long-term memory, or trying to, basically adding memory to assistants. I think that's going to be a game changer. The assistants will be able to reference things you talked about it in the past, or things you talked to it about in the past, pull it up, talk to you about it, basically giving it memory, which I think would make it a little bit more useful, and a little bit more personable. I think that is what is lacking from any voice assistant or any assistant, is the ability to incorporate personalized memory into it. Text below the 5 variables, object function calls to set up the voice assistant using the class and function in the assistant module. Most of the functions in the voice assistant module have doc strings that you can read to clarify what it does. But I'm Still working on making it more clear. The interesting thing is I actually forgot almost all of my Python, and I literally haven't coded a single word of Python since before last December. I haven't coded a single word of Python since like 2020, back when I had a class for it. And then ChatGPT came along, and I started learning Python, and man, the productivity that it's given me has been a complete game changer. It's crazy. So I do not doubt it at all that with all the good stuff coming out, I'll become like a superhuman in terms of efficiency. That would be really nice. Okay, I think this readme is good to go. One up, good to go. Roleplay, good to go. Voice assistant. Alright, let's go ahead and upload everything to Git status. What happened? Git's... Uh-oh, my computer is doing weird things. Hello, please. It's definitely changing the landscape of things. GPT-5 will do... I mean, just look at what GPT-4 can already do. It's ridiculously good at any task that you throw it at, for the most part. And that's not too much of an understatement. But if GPT-5 is in the same caliber, the same level of magnitude increase from GPT-3 to GPT-4, if that same thing happens from 4 to 5, man, that's going to be crazy. Because that'll definitely be taking all of our jobs. And that's the thing with GPT, is it's you know, with this new tool, I am a big proponent of trying to get on top of things and learn it as soon as possible and as quickly as possible, because I think if you don't know how to use GPT, or if you don't know about it, you're seriously gonna fall behind in just a lot of different things. It is legit a game changer. Alright, all these changes look good. Get that. Get commit. Did reorganized some, what am I calling them? Functionality to be located in a separate utils file. Reorganize some functionality to be located in a separate utils file so as to not waste space inside of each Python script. Oh no, I deleted it. Oh, it's back. Alrighty. Get status, check the status one more time. Right, get push. What did I update? That was. Oh, conflicts. Save. Save. My brain. Okay, current. I've never gone through this before. First time for everything. The only variables that need to be modified. Accept current. Accept current. Accept current. Okay, complete merge. Cool, I think that worked. Commit. Ugh. Okay, let me just do this in a command line window. Git add, git status, git commit. Okay, git push is successful. Nice. Okay, I think that's gonna be it. Cool. Just did some organizational stuff for my Vivi voice assistant, and that is gonna be it. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy, so yeah, we'll be headed out of here. Oh, my job, I'm a systems test engineer, so for my company, I basically maintain the machines that are running in production, make sure they're running fine, and doing additional tests and whatnot. This is not a night job. This is a night hobby. This is me doing stuff way late just for fun. This is well, I work swing, so you know, technically this is, I guess you could consider this my afternoon. I get off at 11. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. Most people get off at 5. They go to bed at 10. So yeah, 4 hours. No schedule on the stream. This one was kind of just what I've noticed is I tend to stream when I think I'm just gonna be doing something that is not too brain intensive, and just doing stuff. You know, it's not too hard to just kind of show what I'm working on and doing it that way. I used to do it for Japanese all the time. Would like to definitely be a little bit more consistent on it, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how things go. But definitely, you know, I might, you know, do maybe Fridays or whatnot. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm glad you were to come and join. I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna head out though for the night. I got some Japanese study to finish up for the last hour or two, so gotta finish that stuff. Thanks for coming in today, Fractalus. I will see you around, and feel free to, you know, join Discord or comment on YouTube videos. But yeah, I'll be out of here for the night. Thank you. Take care.